Hey, what is going on, everyone? Joe here, and today we are diving into Rogue Factory, an automation action roguelite where you play as a wizard surrounded by monsters, and all of your spells are fed to you from a factory that you engineer. One of the most interesting premises I've seen for a roguelike in quite some time, so we're just going to jump into it here. The full release is going to be hitting February 3rd, and it's going to have 20 different characters, but right now all we've got is our boy Wizzly. He's got no starting modifications, no special effects, and we're going to be playing this on Arcana 2, which is the base difficulty. So we'll dive in here and see how far we can get. Now, I'll also tell you guys ahead of time, this game is very difficult, and it is pretty complex. So I'm going to break down exactly what we're going to do here. This is our factory, and we've got our first sink, and this will be how we receive all of our spells. So I'm going to go ahead and plop this guy right here, and we've got our shop on the left. I've got 75 big ones, so we're going to buy ourselves a few things here. First things first, I need an energy source. So we've got a corpus source, the base element of stability. So I'll buy that. And so we have pure concentrated magical energy right here. And I'll go ahead and place that. And we need an assembler. So what we're going to do, put down this assembler, get a conveyor belt that links the corpus to the assembler. And that assembler is creating a spell. So now we can fire an arrow. And the crazy thing, if I click this and we look at our recipes, there are so many different recipes in this game. You can have the most complex, crazy factory doing all sorts of insane combos to just be firing spells like crazy. Will we get there? You know, I hope. We're going to do our best. So let's go ahead and buy ourselves another assembler, some more conveyor belts. We'll reroll the shop. We do need some more energy sources. So we got Spiritus, and this is the base element of fluidity. So if we buy this guy, we're gonna do exactly what I just did. And so we'll pop that in there. We'll go ahead and curve this conveyor belt. So now we're just taking one line alternating, and we've got icicle and an arrow. So it's gonna be arrow, icicle, arrow, icicle. And so we have a little bit of an idea on what is gonna be the starting ground for our factory. I don't think I have another assembler. I can buy one. And so we can have even more arrows. I think I've already congested up that conveyor belt, so I'm just going to have this one go all the way there. And so now we're firing 2 arrows and 1 icicle. There's a bunch of crazy combinations. You've got different higher level assemblers that can make even crazier spells. And so one thing at a time, we got to jump into the game here. And so this is us. We can walk around, knock out some baddies, get some money. One thing that I really do appreciate about this game, if I go to settings, we can actually increase the speed of the game. So we're going to go to the fastest setting because normal feels like slow-mo to me at this point. And so we get to run around real fast, get some money, and we have to wait for a portal to appear, which will be our next level up. And so there it is. I'm trying to get as much money as I can before I head over there. Sometimes they're really far away. And I am by no means an expert at this game. I've done 2 practice runs so far because I knew how complex this could be. So I wanted to make sure I understood it for a little bit, because just jumping in and trying to make your own factory, it's a little intimidating. All right, so we've got 61 bucks. We have an assembler pack, which is awesome. It's going to give me 1 of each assembler type. So we're going to buy this. So we've got a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. I've also got a mouse totem. This totem increases all assembler crafting speeds by 10%. So the totems are interesting. If I buy this guy, he will now live on my board and just take up space. So I have to be very cautious about where I put him because I don't want him to put him anywhere that's going to be inconvenient. So he'll live right down there. I've got a little bit more money. We have an anima source, and this is going to be flammability. This will be how we do fire spells. So I'll buy that. That's all she wrote. That's all we can afford. And so I'm going to do this guy right here at the top. And we'll do something a little similar and have them share a conveyor belt. Okay, so we'll be alternating fire, arrow, ice arrow, and we got to get some more money. Otherwise, we're going to start struggling here. You can actually end up skipping some of the level up portals if you want to. Sometimes you'll get rewards. It'll give you like an offer. Come inside or get this much money or get a free item. And so we'll see what is offered to us. All right, the next portal is on the left side. Try to dash through here. Take as little damage as possible. I still want that money, though. I could always skip going in here just to get some more bank. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I want to make sure we keep up with the power creep. We got $100. Okay. So we have an anima source, another mouse totem. Okay, so we can stack this. 10% faster speeds plus the one we have with this guy. So go up to 20%. All right, you guys get to hang out down there. We've got some more Spiritus, another assembler. And so now that we've got a higher level assembler, I want to reroll this. And I'm looking for another assembler 3. The scrolls are active abilities. When used, this scroll sets the shop reroll price to 0. It's not too bad. I think it's a single use, though, so I'm not that excited about it. Let's buy some more assemblers. All right, so what I could hypothetically do is I could set this fire spell right here. And I could get an assembler, and then I could get a level 2 assembler. And so what's going to end up happening is this guy's going to make a fireball. And it's going to feed 2 fireballs into this assembler, which is going to make a burning column. And so if we really want to look at the filters here, we can see all the ingredients we need for certain spells. So if we look at fireball, we need 1 anima. Fire arrow, we need an arrow and a fireball. Ember staff, we need 3 fireballs. So there's an insane amount of potential in this game with all the things you can make. We're doing burning column. And so to make that, we need 2 fireballs, which is just feeding directly in there. All right, there's also a ton of spells I haven't unlocked yet that I don't know how to get until we accidentally make the combination. Let's see, let's load up on a few more attacks here just because I want to make sure we're not going to end up falling behind. So I'm going to pop, again, the same combination. We're going to have this go a little bit further down, and we can recycle things to make room. Oh, I don't have a level 2 assembler. Okay. So this is another interesting thing that we can do. This is a level 3 assembler, so it's going to take 3 arrows. And using those 3 arrows, it's going to create a sword strike. Of course, the craft time is 1.7 seconds. It's not happening very fast. But you could make these very convoluted chains to do really strong attacks. It just takes a little bit for them to actually go out. And so I'm going to try this as well right here. Let's see. Let's do a level 1 into a level 3. I'm not sure what 3 icicles make. It's got to make something, so we'll see. It makes a frost axe. Okay, awesome. So we got a frost axe, we got a sword, we've got our fire barrage. So we're about to have a ton of attacks just start clamoring out as soon as we get out into the world here. Yeah, so we got our axes, we got fire barrage, we've got an event on the map, so I'm going to head over there. So we have a chest. We got a rare totem. Nice. All right, fire barrage is awesome. We can just clean through a whole straight line of the slimes, get a ton of money. All right, I want to get to this portal, but I still want to make as much money as we can. I'm going to get this health. Nice. We've got so much cash now. All right. The last possible second. So we get a free totem. Mule Totem. This totem grants 5% knockback every time you buy the most common source, which for me is Corpus. Eagle Totem. This totem grants 25% critical hit chance. That's kind of huge. Hornet. This totem grants piercing attacks plus 15% damage after each enemy they hit. Frog Totem. This totem destroys 1 random insect totem every level up, then reduces dash cooldown by 15%. Interesting. Peacock. This totem causes all factory speeds to be balanced when the grid has an equal amount of Corpus, Anima, and Spiritus sources. Huh, okay. I'm going to go for the Eagle. I'm going to grab the crit chance. That's the simplest here. He's a little bit bigger than the totems I've got so far. And of course, the Eagle can hang out with the mice. Give them lunch there. We also got a Hedgehog. This totem increases all factory speeds by 5%. So put down this Hedgehog. We have this big square, which is going to be our Hex. So between level 6 to level 7, all Spiritus sources within the highlighted region will be deactivated. So I don't want much Spiritus to go there. This guy is actually going to deactivate, so that's not going to be great for us. All right, let's buy some assemblers, Spiritus, conveyor belts. At this point, I pretty much buy everything. There's a few more creative things. You've got tunnel inputs and outputs, so you can actually send items underground to make it even more efficient. I know this is already going to be one of these games where you guys are like, Joe, I can't believe you did that setup. You could have put the conveyor belt over there and gotten way more DPS. All right, in my defense, I'm very good at action roguelites. Building a factory, I don't play automation games. This is actually one of my first times dipping my toes into this, so we're going to see how well we can actually do. We have a squirrel totem. This totem increases all assembler crafting speeds by 2% per assembler held in my inventory. Huh. Well, that's not bad. He's also very small. I don't know why he's this much bigger than the hedgehog and the mice, but pop him down. Okay, so we want assemblers in my inventory, which will help me craft faster. I mean, we want everything here anyway, so let's keep re-rolling. Assembler 3, more assemblers, tunnel belts. Yeah, at this point, I just buy everything. Grab bag, a random factory part. So if we buy this, oh, it gave me a splitter, so we can actually split our ingredients. What I should probably do is figure out a better way to feed items into this, because now it's completely blocked. And so if we clutter it, it'll get way too congested. All right, let's go ahead. Since the sword is dropping in so slow, we can actually work on the right side here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put down a splitter. But let's use our corpus. So corpus right there. We're going to put down an assembler. And so we're going to put a splitter here. And so we're going to send arrows in 2 different directions. And then I want 2 of these guys, which are level 2 assemblers. And so they're going to make spears. And so I'm going to end up having 2 spears delivered here. And nice, it's just going to funnel in. It's not going to congest anything. It kind of works. Is it the smoothest thing I could do? No, but we can also get more sinks. So we're just going to watch me crash and burn when I get to a point where I have no room left for anything. All right, what I would like to do is see what 3 icicles actually make. So we'll put this guy here, and I'm going to do the same thing that I'm already doing. Put an assembler, level 3 assembler. Make sure the conveyor belts are faced the correct direction. Okay, what do 3 icicles make? 1, 2, 3. Frost axe. Oh, wait, I already have a frost axe over there. Okay, well, now we have double the frost axe. If I wanted to, I could put a level 2 assembler there, and we would make whatever spell we would get with 2 of these guys, but I don't have any more in my inventory. So this is fine. I think we've got a good amount of extra damage now. We got double the frost axes going off. We've got spears flinging all around me. We still have our ice barrage that's knocking out these weak enemies without even breaking a sweat. Let's get this health. Nice. All right. And let's head up top. We still have to worry about that hex, so I want to be smart about that. I also wonder if the prices go up because we start getting way more money. We got stronger enemies here, too. Okay, Joe, you were going the wrong direction. Dash in there. All right. More assemblers. What I need is another sink so we can have another factory somewhere else in the corner of the map because I am way too congested. Spiritus assembler. I'm going to go ahead and buy everything and then start building. This totem grants adjacent sinks a 25% chance to double the effect of every input? No way. So this is legendary, but it has to go next to a sink. Can I rotate it? I don't think I can actually rotate it, unfortunately. No, they always have to sit right side up. Otherwise, I'd put him right in this corner. He still wouldn't fit, though. That is crazy good. All right, so we'll end up getting another sink. I'm going to put him down here. Actually, let's put him in the corner so he'll be the least intrusive, and I'll end up putting a sink somewhere around him. If we could get multiple sinks around him and have that go off a bunch of times. That would be crazy. All right, let's hope we can get to that point. Grab bag. We got some more tunnels. When used, this scroll heals 25% of max health. So I can buy that, and we can go ahead and use it. Heal up. Snake Totem. This totem grants 5% poison damage for each conveyor in your longest conveyor segment. Okay. All right. I could buy that. Get some poison damage. Group them up. All these animals do not play nice together. Probably not practical. Okay. How can we get some more damage in here? I can start pumping some more attacks onto this conveyor belt here. So let's do ice. Put it here. Ice. Ice. Baby. Pop that there. Conveyor belt. Conveyor belt down. All right, this is working. It's practical. And we're going to feed both of them into this. And so now I have 2 ices going in here. Ice Spike. Okay. So that is what we make. And we have a new spell. Very nice. And we'll do the same thing. Actually, what if I were to do this? If I have this guy aimed there, we delete this, and instead, can I generate it to have this splitter split this to not only give me the ice spike, but an additional icicle? But then I wonder, it might be better off just to go ahead and do dual ice spikes. It's going to take longer. Their cooldown is going to go up, but yeah, I think that works. It looks like it's getting congested, though, on this conveyor belt. All right. Because why is it just putting ice in here? What's happening? Why is that happening? All right, get rid of this. If I put the level 2 there, it should keep making the ice spike and feeding it. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Let's try this one more time. I'm confusing myself. I'm getting overwhelmed. All right, we'll do the same thing. Oh, actually, I'm making a different spell, aren't I? I am. The reason I'm making a different spell is because this is feeding 2 icicles, and it's assembling Ice Volley, but this is sending 2 just concentrated Spiritus, which is making Ice Spike. That's so crazy that if you refine it into something else and then duplicate it, it makes another attack. There's just so many different options in this game. It's kind of overwhelming. There's also some more room here, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I can give myself another Frost Axe, and it should end up going on that conveyor belt. Oh no, this is taking 3 Spiritus, and it's making a Speed Potion. So one thing I don't love about this game, and this is a demo complaint, it's a little bit harder to see what you make spell-wise, because you have to hover over the spells, and you would think, why can't I just put in search and put anima? Never mind! Okay, all right, so you can just put in the element, and it'll show you everything that element can make. Yeah, there's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot to learn, but that's really cool. Okay, all right. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. We got tons of damage now. But do we have enough? Let's slow this down a little bit. So I do feel like I'll take considerably less damage on the normal speed. All right, we got to make a way to the left. Enter or earn plus 20% attack size? Yeah, you know we're going for that. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to make some bank. Plus, that makes it take a little bit longer before we have to deal with this Hex. All right, I don't want to get stuck in the corner. That is not going to end well for me. Plus, we have to make sure we aim this Ice Barrage and this Fire Volley. Because if I'm looking the wrong way, that's a lot of DPS that's just being wasted. Okay, so we got it. Let's go down. Let's get all this money. All right. Keep moving. Go up top. Dash. I'm sure there's probably a magnet or some item that will allow us to get all the money that's sitting on the map. Oh, I want that health. Nice. I really want another chest to appear too, because that's the main way we get another sync. But we've only ever seen that one. I'm also going to read the speed potion because I see it appearing constantly at the top left, but it says 1 out of 25. So I don't think it's as simple as putting that speed potion in there. All right, we're going to have to do some really good work when we go in here. I've got so much money. All right, let's get in. Holy cow. All right. So let me look at the spells here. Speed potion, speed potion. Increases base movement speed by 5% for 1 second. Max stacks 25. Got it. So it's actually not doing that much for me. It's just giving me a 5% speed increase for 1 second every single time it goes in there. All right. Splitter, conveyors, anima assembler. We're going to buy everything. Especially if we can get a bunch of assemblers just sitting on the right side, because that's going to proc with our rabbit totem. Another hedgehog totem. More factory speed increase. Come on, buddy. All right, so now this guy is going to get deactivated, which means we're going to have one less icicle. I could get to a point where we get some better assemblers here, and I could start swapping these out just to have better spells. Of course, then we have to worry about the cooldown time, but that's useful. Anima Corpus, Tunnel Belts. And then if I want to, couldn't I just recycle this and then put a different element here? So now I don't have to worry about the negative stuff. Yeah, that seems great. Power Crystal. Halves the recipe crafting time in all adjacent assemblers. Okay, so if I buy this, we can pop it somewhere where I've got a lot going on, and it'll have the crafting time. So we can put it here so we get the spears faster. Locust Totem. This totem grants plus 5% attack size. Each Locust Totem has a 30% chance to spread. Okay, we'll get it. If we can get the frog, because the frog eats them, we could just keep feeding him over and over again. Anima Splitter. Grab bag. Yeah, honestly, we've got so much money. We'll just buy everything. What I'm hoping is that maybe a sync will appear here, but I don't think that's the case. I don't need more tunnel belts. I'm good. Another power crystal, more assemblers, corpus. All right, that's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Now, how can I make this more efficient? I'm going to go ahead and we're going to recycle these weaker assemblers, and we're going to put in the stronger ones. Oh, wait a second. So corpus, 2 corpus actually doesn't create anything. So it's just sending the corpus through. So we'll keep the level 1s there. We would have to put in arrows. Let's see here. Arrow. So arrow can end up becoming a fire arrow, but we would need a fireball and an arrow combined together. I was thinking, what if we were to put a splitter here and send 1 fireball up top? But I don't think that would work. I don't think that would work at all. My brain hurts already. Okay, okay. Let's keep putting in better assemblers where it makes sense. Let's go back and recycle this guy. What happens? We're making a frost axe here. But what would happen if I recycle this, put a level 2 assembler, and so this puts ice spikes in the level 3 assembler. Would it make anything? No, it looks like it's just delivering the ice spikes. All right, I think we're good. We got this. What I want is another sink. All right, we've got Balls of Fury. This is what we get for doubling down on that level 1 assembler with a fire anima. This move's actually really solid. We got a question mark. I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna grab it. Also, it's funny, having all these assemblers in my inventory just means everything is crafting even faster. So I could have a build where I don't put anything down, and I just buy as many assemblers as possible. I see that level up, but I'm not going to worry about it yet, because if this gives me another sink, my life's going to be way easier. Yes! We've gotten another sink! All right, let's go up top. We're going to have less money this time, but I saved up. I bought a ton of resources already, so I think we're okay. We've got our sink. We're going to put it next to our wiener dog. Put it right there. So if I get another sink, we can put it down below. And so now there's a 25% chance anything going into that sink activates twice. All right, excellent. Now, what is helping us the most right now? I feel like it's actually the spear. So why don't we do this? Let's back up a little bit so I have more room, more time to shine. Level 2. So this will make us some spears. If I go here and type in spear, do spears make anything? No, they don't. Okay. So no reason to do anything too crazy with that. Okay, all right. Without me having new assemblers, I should buy some better ones. Corpus, Water Vol, 100% damage and attack size for all spells crafted in the assemblers in the same grid row. Damage and attack size. So if I buy this, oh, the same grid. So if I put him right here, he's going to buff both of these. And then if I get smart with it, hold on. I have an idea. Reroll this. We got another sink. Okay, awesome. All right, I didn't realize you could have one just pop up like that. Okay, okay, all right. Another mouse totem. More crafting speeds. All right, this is not the dumpster fire that I thought it was. I need more assemblers. Can I see if I hover over the mouse? Or the squirrel, actually. Yeah, so we have 40% crafting speeds. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. I'm vibing. I want you to go here. I want a level 2 assembler here. So you're going to give me more of those fire farts that have been working so well for me. In fact, I'm going to do this twice with both of these. I'm going to end up using this other sink too, but I just don't have a ton of resources to do that yet. All right. Now let's see here. I know if we do 2 ice, let's move it back. Problem is, all I have are the basic assemblers. So I could, essentially, if I wanted to, do something like this. And then something like this. I don't know how smart this would be. Because it's going to craft really fast. But I could wrap it around. And go down to the bottom one. Just make sure I angle this the right way. Not to mention, I have these underground channels. So I could do this. I haven't tried this yet. I see. Okay, can I turn it? No, I can't. I can't turn it. But I can turn the path that comes out. And so you could do that, hypothetically, and then I could wrap one of these around. And I'm being incredibly convoluted. Incredibly so. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because if I win, it was all worth it in the end. Now they're fighting with each other for space. All right, do more of these tunnels. I know you guys hate me right now. I know you hate me right now, but you know what? You're gonna hate me even more when I beat this game. All right. We should probably make sure we're feeding the resources. All right, perfect. Look at all this progress. I couldn't be more proud of myself. We're going to do this too. Might as well just connect some more stuff immediately in there. You know? Whatever we can. We're going to get the damage going crazy. Another assembler right here. Angle it downward. Ah, yeah, that's the ticket. That's the ticket right there. And then we can increase the crafting speed of these guys with my magical ball. Perfect. I think we're going to be very strong now. I hope. Charm. All spells deposited into sinks within the highlighted region will always be critical hits. Every power crystal within the highlighted region grants 10% damage. I didn't realize you had something like this. Oh my god. Can I move this? No, I can't. But I can move these here, but I can't move can I move the dog? Can't be moved. Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. I'd rather have the 25% chance of going off twice than the crits. I didn't realize this was a mechanic, but now I do. All right, we should be attacking like crazy now. Damn, I'm good at this game. Look at all of my fire farts. Let's heal. I think I can up the speed now. All right, I need to get out of here. I'm a little stressed. I'm a little stressed out. The money I am making. You know what? I'm gonna wait. I think we're doing okay. I want even more cash money. I need more sinks. Oh my god. This is why I appreciate the speed up mode though, because we would be here forever otherwise. Okay, we got new slimes that are doing way more damage, so let's move around. But hey, I've got $2 grand to spend. All right, let's go in. Assembler pack, octopus totem. This totem grants 100% grab range. Heck yeah, I'll grab that so we can level up faster. Assembler, spiritus, more conveyors. Yeah, I'm gonna buy everything, okay? I'm gonna buy everything. It's no surprise. Spiritus, hedgehog, more factory speeds. Get in there, little buddy. Get in there. Go to the animal graveyard. Conveyors, corpus, mouse totem, assembler speeds going up. You get to hang out with your other mouse friends. The locusts haven't multiplied yet. That's nice. I would love to see the frog. The frog totem. I think we're going to get to a point, though, where if I don't maximize what we've got going on, I'm not going to be able to do enough damage. Oh, grab bags. Both times, I got an assembler level 1. Oh, you know what's really costing me money? Re-rolling over and over again. That's what's going to keep us in check. Another sink. All right, we're going to pop it. We're going to pop it in here. I want to put it next to the wiener dog, but we're not going to do that. We're going to pop it right there. Assembler. If you give me another one, I'll be really happy. More assemblers. Where's the squirrel? What are we looking at right now? 74% crafting speed. Okay, I can't afford to reroll. It's 1,000. That's nuts. Okay, so halves the recipe crafting time in all adjacent assemblers. So if I were to put this right here, where can I make this work the best? If I were to put this right here, and we pop this here, we get level 1s right there, and then we get level 2s right here, or level 3s. So we're going to have 2 sword strikes, because it's going to feed 3 arrows in. And now this should be going really fast. If I wanted to, though, couldn't I hypothetically put a splitter here? Put a splitter here. No, it wouldn't work because I have this crystal ball. I'm trying to figure out a way where I could send this out to multiple directions. It's okay, we'll be fine. Let's get some more corpus right here. Let's move this octopus. He's in the way. So now we're going to get more spears. Even more spears. This is one of those games where there's so much going on, and my brain is going at a mile a minute, and in the wrong directions, by the way. All the wrong directions. But I start forgetting to talk because I'm like, all right, let's try this. Let's try this. We got to try this now. Let's try this. Okay, we've got Spiritus here. Let me see what I can make with Spiritus. Spiritus can make icicles, ice spikes, seismic shockwave. A blast of energy targets the nearest enemy to you. We also have electric bolt, which is a fireball and a Spiritus. So wait a second. Let's smarten this up. Fireball. So put this here. And so that's going to make fireballs, right? And then we need a level 2 assembler. Face it up. And then we need raw Spiritus going in here. It doesn't need to be refined. And so that is going to give us electric bolt, right? No, it's making a burning column just because I congested it. Let's hit filter. Electric bolt. And so now we should have electric bolt going in. Yup. Awesome. And we got ball lightning? What's ball lightning? Ball lightning, we need 1 electric bolt. A ball of electricity that orbits around you. So if we just refine another electric bolt, but if we put a splitter here, wait, no, move it up. I don't think there's room for a splitter. It would have to go in like the most awkward angle. Yeah, all right, that's fine. So we need a level 1 assembler. And so now we have ball lightning. Mega spark? What are all these things I'm unlocking? This needs ball lightning. A large spark of electricity launches in a random direction, stunning any enemies in its path. Okay, so I need another level 1 assembler. Mega spark has been crafted. All right. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm here for this. It was a lot to take in, but we're making some serious progress, and we need to try to get some more things to fill into this sink down below. Okay. What other fire moves? Inferno. That's 2 anima. A pentagram of fireballs shoot out of you. The faster they're produced, the further they travel. I think that's what this one's already making. Yeah, that's the fire farts that are coming out. I'm already making a bunch of those. But I can do the same thing I did with the lightning. So I'm actually learning how this is intended, where you keep putting level 1 assemblers side by side, and it further refines the item. So now we're going to have fireballs, which are then going to make fire whirls. And if I put one more down, that is going to make the blaze barrage. And then we have meteor. Where's meteor? Oh, I can't actually do it. It won't let me. It won't let me do it in the demo. All right, fine. I see how it is. We need to make sure this faces the top. There we go. And I can't put anything else here. I can pop something there. So level 1, level 1, level 1. Okay, all right. Now we've got 2 flamethrowers coming out. Where else could I get crafty with this? Wait a second, Joe. Wait a second. Wait a darn second. If I were to put this here. Wait, no, don't put that there, you stupid. Put this here. I don't know if I can make this work. I was hoping to see if I could actually send an ingredient through and assemble with these little caves. But it doesn't look like it'll actually work the way I want it to work, unfortunately. All right, so far I think we're okay. Can I somehow fit more attacks? I could. I could put a level 1 assembler here and then just put a fireball just because there's gaps. There's gaps in that conveyor belt. I could also do something here. I'd probably need a level 2 assembler. Have these both feed into this. So now this guy's going to make more Inferno. I don't know if it has time to dump anything into the sink. It doesn't. There's no space. There's 0 space to do it. It's way too active. Okay, all right, all right. Maybe I can end up getting another sink. But for now, I think we've probably done all that we can reasonably do. Yeah, I could delete stuff and rebuild this entire factory. Nobody's got time for that. Nobody's got time for that. I want to get rid of this speed potion because it's taking up space in this conveyor belt. It's actually stopping that attack from coming out. So we're going to get rid of that speed potion. This guy still can't put the frost axe out. There's not any room. So I'm going to recycle this. I'm going to have this go to the right. There we go. All right. So now we can have that attack go through. Okay. All right. Engineering with Joe. Oh, we got the flamethrower, baby. Oh, my God. I'm unstoppable. Who knew I was so good at automation games? I'm only using like 10% of my brain. All right, we have another level up. What is this guy? There's like spooky ghost men coming after me. I need 150% poison damage? Say less. I'm starting to take a lot of damage, though. Oh, they're shooting projectiles at me. Let's get this help. We got our poison damage. This is so stupid. We're making bank. Okay, we got our portal here. Spin around. Let's shoot the flamethrower everywhere. All right, we got to go in. We got to go in. Okay, so here's the game plan, team. Here's the game plan. I need to level up enough. I need to re-roll this shop enough that we get another sink. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm gonna fit any more attacks. The right side. The right side. There's room here. If I can build things and have them go down and then feed into that, I think that would be good. But let's just buy what we can. Let's get another hedgehog totem. We'll pop it down there. That's fine. I'm in over my head now. Splitter, assembler, assemblers, anima, corpus. Keep buying everything. The hawk totem. 100% critical hit damage. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh my god, he's huge. Oh, man. Okay, you're so big. You're gonna live there. Power crystal. Another mouse totem. So faster crafting speeds. Oh, are you, like, higher rarity? Astral. Grants plus 25% assembler crafting speeds. Okay. Sounds like a big boost to us. I don't really need to be buying all these conveyor belts. When used, this scroll grants 50% attack for the next 20 seconds of combat. I'm going to use it now. Me saying I don't need any more conveyor belts and still buying them. When used, this scroll allows all totems currently on the grid to be moved until the next time combat is resumed. Wow. So I could move all of these guys. I don't want to move the dog. But where else would I move them to make it more practical? Because, yeah, I can move all these guys away, but if I get another sink, I want to invest into this area. Skunk totem. This totem causes poison enemies to explode when they die. Okay, you're kind of tiny. I got to stop buying these totems. I don't know where to put you. You get to go there because I can't make anything work there anyway. Conveyors. Assembler. Come on, baby. Give me another sink. Give me another sink. More assemblers. Honestly, with what I've got in my shop, the only thing that makes sense for me to buy are more assemblers because of the boost I get with the squirrel. All right, can I put this crystal anywhere? What if I stack these? Will they just start crafting at, like, insane speeds? Yeah, I mean, I assume it would have to be noticeable. Assembler. Yeah, I don't think we're getting lucky with another sink, unfortunately. No. Turtle totem. This totem grants 100% defense, but way less dash cooldown. I'm getting that because I'm not really moving around much. Turtle, listen to me. You're going down there. That's your new home. Don't try to fight me on this. All right, so here's the new plan. There's some space that I can use up top. And so I want more flamethrowers. So what I'm going to do, we got to double this up, triple this up. Excellent. And then we can use this belt here to still get spells onto the sink. It's getting in the way of my sword stuff, but that's okay. And we're going to put this crystal here. Impact all of these. There's just no room, man. There's just no room. But I want more flamethrowers. I can also utilize this space, I think. No, this conveyor belt's all filled up. If I move this skunk, no, there's still just no way. Because I'm looking at the rate at which these attacks fill into the sinks. So there's a lot of strategies you can try to play where you reduce the speed of what's going in. Like, for instance, here, I'm making flamethrowers so fast, or inferno so fast, that these spears can't even come out. They can't even come out into play. So I've congested this to the point where it's useless now. So I'd want to probably recycle it, figure out the best way to reform it. So if I wanted to be smart here, this is what we could do. We could recycle this. Look at me using my brain. All right, pop this here. Use this area to actually take advantage and hit the sink from a different side, right? Okay, that's actually way better. So now the spears are going. Okay, all right. A little bit more damage there. I don't think there's any other parts that just aren't moving. It looks like we have movement everywhere. Okay, all right. Oh man, let's rock. I'm a little nervous. I've got armor now. We can't really dash. Now here's the thing, guys. I know I'm not perfect when it comes to this game, but I'm going to stay as humble as possible. And you know what? It's kind of working out for us. It's kind of working out for us. We got our next level up. Maybe we can get a sink. Try to get more money. I forgot. I was too busy looking at money. I didn't even look at the timer. Look at how many spears I have. I just noticed. All right, get the help. Wait, what? No, come on, man. All right, guys. The game crashed, but honestly, man, I was really divided about doing another run or just showing you guys this one, because we learned so many things this time around that I was actually really excited about. I enjoyed this game a lot. Of course, this is not my typical kind of game. And honestly, it is a little bit of a struggle playing something like this on YouTube, because I acknowledge 110%. You could level up, take it at your own pace, delete, recycle so many things, reformat so many setups to your factory, min-max the crap out of it, right? You guys know that's not typically the flow of my videos, but I really did like it. I felt like with this game, every time you play it, you get a little bit better, you get a little bit more efficient, you start to use things, because I didn't even use those separator conveyor belts pretty much at all that entire run. There were so many things I'm sure I could have done better on, but I still did really well with what I had and had a ton of fun. I'm excited for this game to drop on February 3rd. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Give me a comment down below if you want more Rogue Factory. And if you've watched me this far and have not hit that sub button, please consider doing so, because that supports the channel way more than you know. Again, sorry about the crash, guys, but this game's really good. I enjoyed it a lot, and I recommend it. So there is the demo link down below in the description. That's going to be it for me, and I will see all you guys next time.